It's the tank, the green flag waves, we're ready to go. 2021 is underway. The Grand Prix of Qatar is go. Not a great start initially from Bagnaia. Look at Miller coming through from the second row. The Ducatis are blasting it. The Yamahas have been swallowed up. And into turn one, it's Bagnaia from Miller.
Jorge Martin started 14th. He's already up inside the top three. The Ducati launch device is absolutely out of this world. Where did he come from? Incredible. Zarco was 6th. He's already inside the top three. It's a KTM.
Tech 3 KTM has gone down. Not sure which one.
The Ducati start device is phenomenal. They've got 4 bikes inside the top 4. The Aprilia Related Spargo is also in 5th. The Yamaha's got absolutely swallowed off the line.
Martin is up into 3rd already. They've been battered by the Ducatis. Former Ducati man Danilo Petrucci's race has come to an end so early. Hope he's all right. Immediately Zarco powers back through on his Pramac Ducati teammate. It's Ducati 1, 2, 3, 4.
To 14th place, middle of the 5th row. He just scythed his way through like everybody else was standing still to get himself inside that top 4 immediately. Incredible launch.
Aleix Espargaro is about to be passed by Fabio Quartararo. He had to do that. Rossi's been passed as well by his old teammate Maverick Vinales. It was a horror show for Franco Morbidelli, by the way.
Experience, yeah, it's Aleix Espargaro who gets picked off by Valentino Rossi. The 2 Suzukis of Rins and Mir, they've not made any great inroads at the moment. They're in 12th place.
There is Jorge Martin then in 4th place, the Pramac Ducati man, number 89 behind 5, Zarco. What a start it was for the Ducatis. What a start for Pecco Bagnaia from pole position. As they go across the line here comes Joan Zarco, Ducati on Ducati, down the start-finish straight. Who's last at the breakers? Into turn 1. Brilliant from Zarco.
There's nothing that the Yamaha's
rookie. Absolutely sensational. There he is, number 89, up into 4th. He said, I'm going to try and learn in this race and finish it. Well, it's just past 10 riders.
Well, Yamaha was saying pre-race from Massimo Merigali, boss of Monster Energy Yamaha, that they expect or they think that the Ducatis might run into some rear grip problems late on. Well, they need that scenario right now because the Ducatis are running away with it early on.
Yeah, they'll have their fingers crossed on that one. Oh, blimey. They said, the Yamaha guys, we don't want to make any block passes. We'll only pass on the straight. Well, that was almost out of the window straight away there from Maverick Vinales, who we're on board with.
A replay of Jorge Martin's stop. The move, no, thought about it, but no way through at turn 15.
Binder made a good start, the KTM man. He's up into 13th, 2 places behind Oliveira. Again, Maverick Vinales having a look at the inside of Fabio Quartararo. He's going to have to try and get the job done.
Around 7th and 8th place. Bagnaia then, fastest lap of the race, straight into low 55s for the Italian, a 1:55.321. Still that advantage he had.
By Alex Rins, he was wide there, Rossi, and that was easy enough for Rins to pick him off. So Alex Rins then moves up into 7th place.
Got in hot, Rossi, lost all of his corner speed and momentum. Rins didn't really have to work very hard for that pass, did he?
Former teammates on screen. Pol Espargaro, Repsol Honda rider, just ahead at the moment of Brad Binder. Stefan Bradl just behind the inside of Valentino Rossi. So Mir now up into 8th place. Now remember, folks, the Suzukis are world champions for very good reason, and they keep their tyres to the end of the race.
They really do. That's an exceptional lap time by Fabio Quartararo. He's the only man in the 54s now, the 54.928. If he doesn't, he gets the door slam shut right in his face at turn 15.
Yeah, great defensive work there from the rookie Jorge Martin. They are all ganging up behind him though.
And this is the problem now. For the likes of Bagnaia, Zarco, Miller, Quartararo and Vinales are just pulling away here. In fact, the 2 factory Yamahas have found serious speed early on. 5th and are starting to really hunt down Miller and Zarco.
Well, they said they needed to work together to try and gang up on the Ducatis. That's what they're doing at the moment. That is a new best race lap.
No sense in Vinales trying to chuck it up the inside of Fabio Quartararo when Quartararo's got the speed that's got him already onto the back of Miller.
Not the perfect start for the Spanish rider on board the Aprilia. He's 10th. Further back, outside the points at the moment, Nakagami, Alex Marquez, his teammate, Bastianini and Marini, the rookies, are 18th and 19th and still around. We crossed the line to complete another lap. 5 laps gone.
Oliveira had good pace in FP4 last night. He was in the top 5, so race pace, he wasn't too far away on that KTM RC16. The problem was he qualified so deep, he was going to give himself a lot of work to come through the pack.
Now Zarco
trying to escape and push too hard at the start of the race. There's a risk you might get
Quartararo makes a move. That was brave.
Yeah, he's got that Yamaha turning on a sixpence, hasn't he, through the likes of turns 2, turns 6 and 9 as well.
Is it a matter of time before Quartararo finds a way through? Of course, Matt, they've got to do.
Now then, this could be the most disheartening experience of Fabio Quartararo, though, because when Miller winds up the wick to 6th gear on that Ducati, although Quartararo's got pretty good drive, hasn't he, coming off of turn 16?
He has, but look at this.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
That's like a warm knife carving through butter.
And now
Quartararo's not having it there. He's closing the door. Excellent, excellent stuff from the Frenchman.
Oh, that was a game of...
From Fabio Quartararo, he had to do that. Now, Maverick Vinales has just watched all of that unfold.
Yep.
I might be thinking, I'll have a stab at that now.
Exactly. Well, Vinales has seen how you do it from Fabio Quartararo's point of view. This is Franco Morbidelli, who's having an absolutely awful, dreadful start to 2021. What happened to him? 7th on the grid, 16th at the end of lap 1. Then there was a mistake, a 58 lap in there early on that dropped him back to 19th, and now he's in 20th.
I thought I just heard, we have. Taka Nakagami's gone down. What a shame for the Japanese rider. He wasn't quite on the money in terms of his pace. He's crashed at turn 9.
High 55s, nowhere near good enough from Taka Nakagami. Yeah, and the front end just tucking out right from underneath. I just wondering if he maybe clipped a bit of curb on the inside going in. I was just about to say Oliveira's down to the low 155s. On that last lap, there was only Quartararo faster than the Portuguese man.
We come across the line then to complete lap 7. It's still number 63, Bagnaia, who leads this one, the Italian from French. Fabio Quartararo, here comes the move from Maverick Vinales on his good friend Jack Miller. Miller fading, he's falling backwards. Maverick Vinales then makes it Yamaha's 3 and 4.
I mean, there's such a long way to go in this race, 15 laps. Yeah, we've only chalked off a third race distance.
It is difficult to call, Matt, because at the end of last year, Jack Miller matured so much. He used his head in races. Is this a sign that he's struggling? Or is this a sign that he's using his mind at the moment and knows that at the end of the race he can attack? We will find out.
Spell trouble, because if Alex Rins is there at this stage of the Grand Prix, we know how good he is with his very good throttle control and how good the Suzuki is at managing that rear grip. Well, Alex Rins could be a potent threat towards the end of this race as well.
Vinales looks like, doesn't he, that he's got the better speed of the two Yamaha riders at the moment. He wants to make sure that the move he pulls off is clean.
Yeah, Joan Zarco, you've got to say, he's doing an excellent job here. He's kept his powder dry, used the power of the Ducati now. Then Vinales got some slipstream behind his factory Yamaha teammate Quartararo, but Quartararo has been lethal on the brakes since that first corner. He really is strong, got a lot of confidence in that front.
4.9, fastest man on that last.
But he knew the threat that Rins was going to pose. So many riders talked last night about you can't discount Alex Rins. Yes, he started from the 3rd row, but he's going to come through the pack. And I thought he was going to go up the inside of Miller there, just like Quartararo.
Desperately trying to find a way through. And you'd rather fancy that if he was able to get himself ahead of Quartararo right now, he'd be able to get on terms with Bagnaia and Zarco. There's 3 different battles.
That was coming. I bet if you looked at a lap-by-lap analysis, though, Stephen, this Grand Prix so far, there's going to be 2 men in the top 10 that have not done a 54 yet, and that's going to be Bagnaia and Miller.
Oh, and he bites straight back. Lovely stuff from Jack Miller as they make their way onto the start-finish straight.
All's fair in love and war, as they say. I don't think Bagnaia...
One that he needed. Yeah. Good stuff from Vinales. Now then, let's see what Vinales has got.
Good move that by Vinales. Just ran Quartararo out to the curb. There was no way that the Frenchman could then turn in. So Vinales up into 3rd place on the podium positions for the first time in this Grand Prix.
42 Rins. There's a bit of a gap back then to the world champion Mir, who's just ahead of Aleix and Paul Espargaro.
It's been a humbling night so far for Petronas Yamaha. It looks like it.
Brilliant. This is a new and improved Maverick Vinales on the Monster Energy Yamaha. He moves up into 2nd place, and now he eyes Pecco Bagnaia in 1st.
Well, like the Yamaha guy said, play to your strengths. We know.
Rins, he's now going through as well. Beautiful.
Play to your strengths. That's what the Yamahas and the Suzukis have to do. They haven't got the grunt down the straight like the Ducatis, but they work brilliantly through these twistier sections.
Oh, here he comes again. He's going to try and get 1st place. For it. Maverick Vinales, he's on fire.
Almost elbow contact there with Pecco Bagnaia, the race leader.
Wow. Whatever Maverick Vinales has had, Garcia returning to crew chief. He's even getting a bit of slipstream here on the Ducati. I mean, that can't happen. I won't believe it if that happens.
Zarco with a 2-bike slipstream comes into the reckoning.
Incredible.
So Bagnaia's led from the very first corner of this Grand Prix, but he's under serious threat here from...
Aggressive, but brilliant from Vinales. Quick check on the rookies, by the way. Bastianini, fair play to him. He's up so much more speed, and here it comes. Up the inside, surely. No, the door's closed by Pecco Bagnaia. But Maverick Vinales is coming. He's got his eyes on the prize here. Now then,
is he going to be close enough in the braking zone for turn one? No, he's not at the moment. Fabio Quartararo is being closed down rather rapidly by Joan. Half a second between those two, then a further half a second back to Aleix Espargaro, who's still on.
Gap, that's so tight, there's going to be contact almost. Wow, incredible stuff here. Somehow Bagnaia just about stays in front.
Nightmare in the night race for LCR Honda. Alex Marquez, the latest faller after Taka Nakagami's teammate had already crashed early on in the race.
Ducati are dropping 20 Ks on the start-finish straight.
And that Yamaha, it turned so well. That's why Vinales is able to try and get up the inside. Turn 4, rapid old crash hours, just pushed the Ducatis to stress those tyres out a little bit more. He thinks he's going to have the better tyre at the end of the race. Now, get his head down, put together a couple of real hot laps and see what the Ducatis have got. Are they going to really push and attack, wary that they might encounter some rear tyre grip problems later on as well?
No, Aleix Espargaro is now closing on Fabio Quartararo, by the way, with pole behind, and Enea Bastianini is 10th. The rookie, incredible job from him. He's now moved ahead of Miguel Oliveira.
Yeah, well, one of only Aprilia's 5 top 6 finishes in Motogp was right here with Aleix Espargaro in Qatar 2017. He's right on course to repeat.
He's going to move up into third. No, not quite.
Oh, Mir's got Miller, and Mir is starting to look really ominous here. That was ruthless at turn 15. Took the space away from Jack Miller, and the world champion now starting to look really menacing. Mir, big threat.
Frenchman's going to block pass into turn 1. He goes through into second.
Yeah, Vinales was 3/10 quicker than the two Ducatis immediately behind him. 4:10 at the moment because Pecco Bagnaia has got his hands full of Alex Rins, and that's a pretty precarious place to be at this stage of a MotoGP race with how good the Suzuki is at the end. 15, no, not quite close enough.
Well, Zarco said, Matt, it's his. There is the Suzuki trying to chase down Bagnaia. This man, Enea Bastianini, in 10th.
A rookie.
An unbelievable ride so far from the Sponsorama Avintia man. There he is ahead of Miguel Oliveira, our most recent MotoGP winner.
Yeah, a dream debut. Jorge Martin's electric start. He obviously pushed really hard to keep in that lead group at the start. Expected, he's doing 57s. Has not worked out. This is not what the doctor ordered, is it? To start his 26th World Championship campaign. Valentino Rossi way down in 14th place at the moment. In fact, he's only just found a way through on Jorge Martin, and that 57.5 from Martin suggests that he probably made a mistake on that previous lap to let Rossi and Binder through.
Yeah, and from the moment we started this race,
what a humbling evening for Jack Miller.
Oh, look at that, he's going to get passed by Pol Espargaro now as well. There are 3 laps to go in Qatar. Maverick Vinales is 1.6 seconds clear now.
Yeah, he's in a different league, totally different league, Steve. 55.382 as Quartararo sweeps up the inside of Rins. That's retaliating for 5th place. Vinales at 55.382 was 7/10 quicker than Zarco in second. Now he leads by 1.5 seconds.
Miller's got nothing left.
Miller is just like a sitting duck here, isn't he?
Pol Espargaro goes. Neatly done. The block pass executed to perfection, and it has happened.
Jack Miller.
Into turn 1 we go with just a couple of laps remaining.
Yeah, I mean, now Vinales has got himself into that comfort zone. He reeled off those brilliant laps in the mid to low 55s, got himself that comfortable buffer, and now he can just ease off. He's gone down to a 155.9 now because he can just stage manage the race from this point onwards. 1.7 seconds clear of Zarco. It's going to take a monumental mistake. What
thoughts on this Ducati speed here with the wind?
Steve, it's purely fuel.
International circuit. Maverick Vinales with over a second to play with from Zarco and Mir.
And let's not forget, Steve, last year Vinales' solitary win, it was as well. Rins' charge through has faded somewhat lately.
Well, it has been quite the night to open the 2021 season here. Not what we expected at all. 2 tails.
Second place, it looks like he will do.
Take my breath away, Top Gun. What a ride by Maverick Vinales. Oh no,
Mir's been absolutely mugged.
He's lost second.
Can you believe
it? Oh no!
Unbelievable.
The world champion looked set for second, and he doesn't even manage to finish on the podium.
That is soul destroying. Look at Suzuki, they can't believe it. We can't believe it. It looked like Mir had it absolutely nailed on. He got hammered by the Ducatis. Did he just